If you're trying to stop drinking alcohol, but you want it to feel easy, you want it to feel like a switch, you don't want to fight it for the rest of your life, this could be the final video that you ever watch on this topic. So I just got finished with a client call. So my name's Leon, I help people stop drinking. And this is a client that I'm working with at the moment. And he wanted something new. He didn't want to go to AA, he'd failed with willpower, and he wanted to do something different. So we got started working together a couple of weeks ago. He's kicking ass, he's not drinking alcohol. But what came up on this call today isn't to do with not drinking alcohol, it's something so much deeper. That's why I'm making this video, that's why I wanted to share it with you today. And I'm at home right now. I did the call from my home office, that's why the half-finished Christmas tree's in the background. But what came up, it was awesome. So firstly, before I explain what came up, we've got to go back a little bit. When we drink alcohol, we're engaging in an extremely selfish behavior. So selfish. Another client of mine was somebody who was responsible for 10,000 employees. He was the CEO of a huge business. He had 10,000 lives that he was responsible for, which is a lot of pressure. Anyway, because he had so many people that he was responsible for, he said it was very rare that somebody would ever push back on him and his ideas. And when I said to him, "You're one selfish guy," he was like, "That is exactly what I needed to hear. Nobody ever will say that to me." It was like that message, it was like, that's what I needed. And then he was open to change. And I wasn't saying it from a place of judgment, because I've been that guy, right? I drank for 10 years. I was saying it from a place of love. But anyway, that's why I'm saying it now, is I'm saying that it's selfish. I ain't trying to judge you. I did it as well. He did it. We all do it. But you've got to actually think what you're doing. When you drink alcohol, it changes how you feel, right? You feel whatever, right? You might get stressed and then it numbs you out. Anyway, whatever it is it changes how you feel. Are you telling me that you're that weak of a person that you're going to damage your health for the rest of your life? You could ruin a marriage or a good relationship. You could set a terrible example to your children just so you can feel a little bit different. It's bizarre, really, like when you actually look at it like that. And I'm sorry to sound critical, but that's what we're doing. We're putting a feeling before all the things that matter to us. And it's selfish, right? It's an incredibly selfish thing. But why am I telling you this? Why am I being such an ass? Because it's what came up on this call with this client. So my approach to stopping drinking alcohol is it's 2 steps, right? So it's not 12 steps, it's 2 steps. Bad joke. But the first thing that I help people do is rebuild their worldview. At the end of the day, trillions of dollars are spent, well, billions of dollars, but it's a $1 trillion industry, but billions of dollars are spent, all to get you to believe that consuming ethanol is a good thing. It ain't good. There's nothing good that ever comes from it. It is something that will kill you. But we live in this world where there's a machine operating 24/7, 365 days of the year to make you believe this stuff, and it's been happening since you were born. So it's very difficult to not drink just because of the world that we live in. That all changes once you've used first principles thinking, reframed how you viewed alcohol, and you can just kind of take it or leave it. Like you have no desire, the same way you don't want to drink bleach, the same way you don't want to punch yourself in the face. You don't do these things out of a choice. There's no fighting, there's no cravings to stop punching yourself in the face, right? I hope not. So anyway, that's the first thing that I do. Now, this again is going to sound harsh, but I have got no interest in being somebody that stops drinking alcohol and makes that their biggest life achievement. There's people out there that help you do that, right? There's people out there that are going to be like, yeah, my client is 90 days sober. Or, you go to AA, I've got my 90-day chip. Look at me, everybody. That's all good, right? If people do that and they don't drink, it's a damn sight better than drinking. But to me, what you're doing is if you're making stopping drinking alcohol your biggest life achievement, then you're really missing the biggest piece of the puzzle here. What you do after stopping drinking alcohol is all that counts. Because at the end of the day, we've made mistakes, sometimes for decades, by drinking, by not living up to our potential. And then we stop drinking, and then what? That's it? Like, we've peaked? I don't think so. I don't think you've peaked yet. I think you've got a lot more to give. I think you've got a lot further to go. You wouldn't be watching this channel otherwise, because you wouldn't want to stop drinking. So anyway, I don't think that somebody stopping drinking alcohol should be their peak. What I believe and what I did and what I help people do is it's what you do after that decision. That's what counts. So getting back to the topic of the coaching call with the client. When I talk with clients, what I'm trying to do is identify bottlenecks. I'm trying to identify areas where they might not be as strong. And I try to just pull it out of them and see like, okay, what could be improved? This guy, it came up that financial planning was something that he could massively improve in. So I sent him a bunch of resources on, bogle heads. I don't know if you're into this stuff, but sent him a bunch of resources, calculators, whatever, fire calculators, and just gave him the resources. And then I had this idea, and that's when it hit me. But I said, well, you've got your kids over at the moment. Why not do it with them? And he was like, yeah, that's an awesome idea. Why not teach my children financial planning as I do it myself, right? And the reason why I thought this was so cool was because I have a little brother, and I've always told him, like, since he's been a teenager, like, I've read these books, everybody's saying index fund, USA, S&P 500, whatever. And I told him that for a long time. He's 19 now. We have a huge age difference. He's now 19, and he kept buying things and set up these stock brokerage accounts, and he was applying the advice that I was telling him for a long time, but I didn't apply it myself until, maybe not even that long ago. Anyway, the point is just made me think, like, when you don't drink alcohol, it changes. I said before that when you drink, it's a selfish action. And I hate saying it. I don't want to be that guy that's like putting you down. I want to kick a man when he's down or kick a lady when they're down, but it's selfish. However, when you stop drinking alcohol, it ain't about you anymore. It ain't about you. Stopping drinking alcohol does not just change your life. It will change your life. You will feel better. You'll look better. You'll have more clarity. You'll be able to start making quality decisions for your future, just like my client is doing now, proper financial planning. You'll be able to do you know what it is? You actually feel like you're going towards your potential. And it's such a good feeling. You're feeling like, no, I'm really leaving it all on the table here. Like, I'm really pushing and I'm not poisoning myself. That was it for me. When I was drinking alcohol, I just felt like I could be doing so much more. I could be so much more, but I'm sleeping in. I'm feeling terrible. I'm beating myself up. My family are disgusted at me. And that's no way to live. It's no way to live. But when you stop drinking alcohol, there's another version of you that exists. I said it to somebody recently. I said, I will literally, he said, when I was younger, I was kicking ass. This is another person I spoke to recently. When I was younger, I was kicking ass. And when his wife married him, they married this version of him that was like the man. And he says he's let himself go. And he said, my wife is extremely rich. Like, she could leave me at any point. She doesn't because she loves me. But I'm not the man that she married. And he cried. Bless him. But I said to him, I would put my life on the fact that if you stop drinking alcohol, that version of you is still there. That version of you that's showing up, that's strong, that's a leader, still exists. And I will put my life on it because I know it does exist, because everybody I've worked with has found, they always say, I feel like I'm the old version of me again. And it's awesome. So the key thing to take away here is when you drink, you spend your life being selfish. When you stop drinking alcohol, it stops being about me, me, me. Me, me, me. How do I feel? I want to feel this way. Screw everybody else. That stops. And you end up becoming somebody who will be there for their family. You're going to set a better example to everybody around you. I don't know, maybe you've got a family, maybe you've got people you work with, friends. I don't know your exact situation, but I know that there's people in your life that will look up to you. Younger people, colleagues, whatever, who knows? But there are people that look up to you. And when you stop drinking alcohol, you will improve everybody around you, not just you. This isn't about you, right? If we're just selfish people and life's just about us, then we wouldn't do anything. But we just sit around watching TV all day, watching Netflix and eating potato chips and sitting on the couch. That's no way to live. You got to stop drinking alcohol because people need you to. It ain't about you. Anyway, and I know you can do this. I believe in you so much. If you want to actually work together, I am accepting a couple of new clients for this month. Get it sorted before Christmas. Don't wait until Christmas. Don't wait till the new year. You got to get it done now. There's no better time to do this than right now. Actually, the best time was yesterday. We don't have yesterday. We got right now. If you want to see if working together is a good match, click the link down below. What you can do is fill in a short application, answer a few questions. I'll review the application, then you can schedule a call. We can see if the program could be a good match for you. The approach I've got isn't for everybody, it's for people that just want more for their life. They want to stop drinking alcohol and you just want things to take off. If you want to reach that next level and you want alcohol to feel irrelevant, just click the link down below. Let's schedule a call. Speak with you soon.